Tariq Melrose here. Today's announcement was supposed to clear things up, but somehow managed to muddy the waters even more. We got confidence without clarity, words without weight, and a whole lot of "we're working on it." But I'm not here for vague promises, I'm here for answers. And if you are too, hit that subscribe button. Let's walk through the fog together and figure out what's really going on.
If you found this takedown as satisfying as we did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell so you never miss a moment of truth from Tariq Melrose Vlogs. We're here to expose the lies, uplift the facts, and fight for a democracy that works for everyone, not just the loudest liars in the room. Stay loud, stay sharp, stay real. See you in the next video.
Who planted the pipe bombs on January 6th? Nobody seems to know. Who leaked the Dobbs draft opinion? You know, the leak that led to an assassination attempt on Justice Kavanaugh. How about this one? Who left cocaine at the White House? Biden administration doesn't seem to have time to answer these questions. They're too busy investigating parents at school board meetings, labeling Catholics extremists, retaliating against whistleblowers. They're too busy putting together a sweetheart deal for Hunter Biden, a deal that got laughed out of court. And oh, the guy who put together the deal that got laughed out of court, that's the guy they name special counsel. You know what Democrats do have time for? Going after President Trump. They've been doing it for 8 years. They spied on his campaign, then it was the Mueller investigation, 19 lawyers, 40 agents, $30 million, and found nothing. Then it was impeachment, then it was raid his home, then it was the special counsel, then it was the 14th Amendment. The party of democracy said, we're going to keep the guy off the ballot who's leading in every single poll. The ranking member said that President Trump should be disqualified from even running for office. Thank goodness we have a Supreme Court who disagreed with the ranking member and the Democrats. 9-0. Not 5-4, not 6-3, not 7-2, not 8-1, 9-0. They disagreed. Now Democrats say, how dare Joe Biden? How dare they look into the money, the business, and the brand? Millions of dollars, as the chairman said, millions of dollars from foreign entities run through 20 different companies for what? 20 different companies for what? Devin Archer told us what it was for. Access to the brand. And the brand was Joe Biden. The brand that played rounds of golf, took calls and meetings, attended lunches and dinners with Hunter Biden and his business partners. The brand that conditioned $1 billion of American tax money on the firing of the prosecutor pressuring the company Hunter Biden sat on the board of. And oh, by the way, was getting paid $1 million a year. Today, we're going to learn more about that brand. We're going to learn more about what Mr. Galanis called the Biden lift. We'll learn about the plausible deniability that Jim Biden talked to Mr. Bobulinski about, and we'll hear about the statement, the rule that governed how the business operated around Joe Biden, the rule that said, say it, forget it, write it, regret it. So I want to thank our witnesses for coming here today. They, like the whistleblowers who came to the Ways and Means Committee, are doing it simply because they want the American people to have the truth. I yield back.
Gentleman yields back. Chair recognizes the ranking member for 12 minutes for his opening statement.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. By the way, how are you doing? Good? Okay. Mr. Bobulinski, over here, how are you doing? Good. So I just have a question. We've been at this for 15 months now in oversight. I know this is your first time here. But do you think Chairman Comer has proven that Joe Biden has committed a high crime and misdemeanor?
I believe with all the evidence he's gathered, yes, he's proven that Joe Biden has committed high crimes and misdemeanors.
Okay, and so I assume you believe Joe Biden should be impeached.
Well, that's up to you guys.
But do you believe he should be impeached? It's yes or no.
Do I personally believe
you.
Under constitutional...
No. You personally believe he should be impeached.
I do.
Okay, and you believe that because you believe Chairman Comer has proven that he committed a high crime and misdemeanor.
No, because I know that he committed high crimes and misdemeanors.
Okay.
I was involved and saw them happen.
Right, but obviously, with all the evidence, you must believe that all of these hearings for 15 months, that the chairman has proven that, right?
You re-ask the question?
Sure. I'll sum it up. I assume you believe he should be impeached, but my point is the chairman not yet moved for that. And so, look, Chairman, we got like 2.5 minutes here. I mean, Let's just do the impeachment. I mean, why continue to waste millions of dollars of the taxpayers' money if we're going to impeach because you believe you've shown he's committed a high crime and misdemeanor? What are you waiting on? Let's just do it. I mean, by the way, we got Chairman Jordan here also, the double chairman. Why aren't you guys calling for the vote in your committee? When is it going to happen? When can we tell the American people you're going to stop wasting their money and just call for the vote on impeachment?
Gentlemen, you?
Sure.
We don't do snap impeachments like you guys. We actually do the facts. We do oversight according to the
You're
Constitution.
never going to. I mean,
Now you can
2
predict.
months?
You can predict the future. How do you know?
You guys only have more months probably in power, right, until the election. So are you gonna do it 2 months? You're gonna do it in 3 months? Like, tell the American people.
Does the Constitution put a time limit on oversight?
So
I don't think I didn't read in the Constitution.
If you believe can't get the impeachment now, then what you're admitting is you haven't yet proven that he's committed a high crime and misdemeanor. You haven't proven it yet. Otherwise, you would call for it, I assume.
We're doing our work.
Okay, so they haven't proven, right? They haven't proven he committed a high crime and misdemeanor. Otherwise, we would call for impeachment. So look, the chairman knows me well. I mean, I'm just here to help him, right? And so I just think we should do it today. Let's just call for it. I'll make the motion, Chairman. I want to help you out. You can second it, right? Like, make the motion to impeach President Biden. Go ahead. It's your turn. You second it. No, nothing. Okay, we got nothing. So I want to, with my last couple minutes, show the American people that they're never going to impeach Joe Biden. It's never going to happen because they don't have the evidence. Okay, this is a show. It's all fake. They just want to do these hearings. It's not leading to impeachment. They're lying to their base on Newsmax and Fox, leading these people to believe that they're going to eventually impeach the president. It's not going to happen at all, ever, period. They don't even have the votes, even if they had it in committee. They don't have the votes on the floor. They know that. They got members resigning rather than taking a vote on the fake, faux impeachment. Just ask Ken Buck, who said the speaker ain't going to get me to take an unconstitutional impeachment vote. I mean, boy. I mean, so, look, I mean, if these success, right, if what we've been for the last 15 months had convinced the American people that Joe Biden committed a high crime and misdemeanor, you can be damn sure they would have called the vote by now, right? But they want it to go on. They either want it to go on because they don't have the evidence.
Are you asking me a question?
No, I'm just looking at you.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to talk to me, we can talk.
Well, no, I think you haven't read recent data that shows the American people are well aware of the Biden's corruption.
Perfect. So then ask the chairman why he hasn't called for impeachment, Tony. He's right here. Ask Comer. Hey, Comer, how come you haven't called for impeachment? I'll do it. Watch. Hi, I'm Tony. Hey, Chairman, how come you haven't called for impeachment? When are we going to have the hearing? When is the vote going to happen? I mean, you believe it. He says it every day on TV. I just don't know when we're going to have the vote. I mean, let's just go.
Are you asking
we can save. No, I just like looking at you. Yeah. We can save millions of dollars. So, I mean, look, I used all of my time to show that this vote is never going to happen because they have no evidence on Joe Biden. I yield back.
Gentlemen's time's expired. Chair now recognizes Mr. Burleson from Missouri for 5 minutes. Switch mics. Restart the clock.
Look at the mayor first. Who served in prison for felon? Not me. You have everything you have. Keep talking. You'll join your friends.
We'll get you a mic. Do you want to go to that one?
Are we good?
Now we are.
All right. I want to start with Galanis. Mr. Galanis, you've heard the expression, say it, forget it, write it, regret it. Have you heard that expression?
There are political takedowns, and then there are demolitions. And what happened to Jim Jordan during that oversight hearing was nothing short of the latter. Welcome back to Tariq Melrose Vlogs, where we cut through Republican propaganda and lay the facts bare. And today, we watched one of the most desperate attempts to cling to a crumbling narrative go up in smoke. Let's talk about what just happened. Jim Jordan, the GOP's favorite conspiracy cheerleader, came in hot with his usual cocktail of Fox News talking points, January 6th deflections, and Hunter Biden fantasies. You know the script by now. Pipe bombs, cocaine at the White House, Hunter's laptop, Pizzagate energy. The man couldn't even finish a sentence without sounding like a paranoid Reddit thread. He threw everything at the wall, hoping something, anything, would stick. But then came the moment. The ranking Democrat, Representative Jared Moskowitz, didn't just call Jordan's bluff. He dismantled it brick by brick, calmly, methodically, with that smirk of a man who already knows he's won. So, if you truly believe Joe Biden committed high crimes and misdemeanors, why haven't you called the vote? Moskowitz asked. Silence. Nothing. Not from Jim Jordan, not from Chairman Comer, not from any of the so-called Constitution warriors who won't shut up about patriotism. And that's the point. For 15 months, Republicans have peddled a circus of hearings, sound bites, and press conferences designed to create a cloud of smoke around Joe Biden. And for 15 months, they have utterly failed to produce a single legally grounded piece of evidence for impeachment. Even the supposed star witnesses have, under oath, either contradicted themselves or admitted the GOP is grasping at straws. That didn't stop Jim Jordan from trying to spin half-truths into headlines. But Jared Moskowitz forced him into a corner that even Jordan's signature shouty deflections couldn't escape. Moskowitz nailed the central issue. If Republicans actually had the goods on Biden, we'd already be knee-deep in impeachment proceedings. But instead, they keep dangling the idea in front of their base like a carrot on a stick. Why? Because they know it keeps the rage machine going, keeps the Fox News base glued to their screens, and keeps the fundraising dollars rolling in. But the truth? They have nothing. Jordan kept insisting they were being methodical, that they don't do snap impeachments like the Democrats. That's rich, coming from the party that tried to overturn an election by storming the Capitol and chanting, "Hang Mike Pence." And let's not forget, these are the same Republicans who did impeach Bill Clinton over a lie about a private affair, but now clutch their pearls when anyone dares hold Trump accountable for trying to overturn democracy itself. This is the real reason Jim Jordan was silenced, not because he didn't get to speak, but because he had nothing left to say. The Republicans have turned Congress into a right-wing podcast, throwing out conspiracy theories and grievances like they're auditioning for a Tucker Carlson reboot. But on this day, faced with a Democrat who wasn't afraid to call BS on their theater, the whole charade fell apart. And the GOP knows it. They know that their impeachment bluff is collapsing under the weight of its own lies. They know that the only reason this farce continues is because the truth would devastate their narrative. They know their base is waking up to the fact that Jim Jordan and his crew are better at whining on Newsmax than actually governing. In a single hearing, Jared Moskowitz accomplished what months of Democratic restraint failed to do. He dragged their hypocrisy into the sunlight and made them squirm. So, to Jim Jordan and the MAGA meltdown machine, this isn't oversight. It's overhyped. It's overplayed. And thanks to Representative Moskowitz, it's over. Jim Jordan thought he had the upper hand until Jared Moskowitz handed him a live public humiliation he'll never forget. Watch how this Republican circus falls apart when facts hit the fan. This is the clip Fox News won't show you.